Okay, good morning, YouTube. Oracle DBA girl here. All right. Today I'm gonna give you all a very high-level view of Oracle Weblogic Middleware Fusion. I'm gonna go ahead and first of all, let me go ahead and just apologize. I haven't been on my YouTube channel for quite some time. I think I stated earlier that I am in school and I do have some other things going on that I'm working on. So I definitely apologize, but I'm going to try my best to continue to put these videos up. Also, I want to say that I am slowly moving away from the core stuff into the stuff that I do on a daily basis. Now, I will say with this, if you all have been following along with all the videos up to this point, you can install Oracle WebLogic with no additional work. Just all you have to do is follow along if you've done the previous installations and everything that we've talked about. I'm going to do this on my virtual box for with Oracle Linux. Okay, again, this is Oracle WebLogic Middleware Fusion. Okay, and like I said, this is a very high level overview. I definitely recommend, I strongly recommend if you are going to try to get into Middleware Fusion, WebLogic, or anything else, I strongly recommend you getting the book on it. I'm still reading books on Middleware Fusion, WebLogic in particular. So this is going to be very high level overview. We're going to go through and we're going to do an installation. But again, like I said, I can't stress it enough. You all have to read it. I'm going to give you all the definition that I know, that I made up, that I came up with, that I understand. Because sometimes Oracle, in my opinion, they give you these complex definitions that you have to read about 6 or 7 times before it starts to make sense. And I have to write it down to where I understand it. And also, I am the type, I have to read the book. I have to have some type of, as you can see this diagram, some type of imagery to help me understand. And then I have to apply my knowledge that I've gained from the book. And that's how I learn best. So that's why I have this diagram. I'm going to explain what is Middleware Fusion based off of this. Okay, so you all know, we'll just look here. We started at a virtual machine, right? We all installed Oracle VirtualBox. And when we installed that, then we went back and we installed Oracle Linux 5 on top of that virtual machine. So then on top of the operating system, we installed Oracle 11G. So when we installed Oracle 11G, we came here, okay, so now we're at middleware. So middleware basically sits on top of the database, as you all can see. And what middleware allows you to do is middleware is software. So let's say that first. Middleware is software that allows you to connect applications or other software. You can connect some other application to the database, but some other applications will not be, they do not need a database. So just to say that simple definition again, middleware is software that basically allows you to connect software or applications, let's just say to your system, because you won't always connect software or applications to your database, but some other applications do go back to the database. And you can use middleware to basically control and manage everything as far as your application or the software that you're going to put on top of the middleware. So as we go through this, you will understand more and more of what I'm talking about. And when we install WebLogic, we're going to go into WebLogic and we're going to get an overview of it, and you all will see exactly what I'm referring to. So I'll go to the next slide. Okay, what is Middleware Fusion and WebLogic? As you can see, I got the same thing that I just said. Middleware Fusion is software that connects other software applications. Simple as that. When you read Oracle documentation, it's going to take you a while to get it. At least it did for me. I can't say for everybody else. but you know, I need stuff to just come down a notch. I have to get it from A before I you know, get the definition that Oracle has. So, and this is Weblogic, okay? This is my definition of Weblogic. I definitely suggest you read Oracle documentation for theirs. But I have Weblogic allows connects to other applications such as SOA, OBIEE, reports and forms, and whatever else Oracle has. That's it in a nutshell. And as like I said earlier, these applications, some of them, not all, connect back to the database. So we'll go from there. Okay, WebLogic architecture. The reason why I have this up here is because anytime you're trying to learn an application, the first thing you want to do before you do anything else is get the definition, have a clear understanding of what the definition is, and then you want to understand the architecture of that application. The architecture is the foundation. If you don't understand the foundation, you're wasting your time. You're wasting your time with the application, because people will say stuff to you, and if you don't understand the architecture, it will mean absolutely nothing. So I'll explain this picture to you all. Okay, so when we install WebLogic, what you're installing basically is a WebLogic domain. Okay, a WebLogic domain is always, you see this admin server. No matter what, you have to always ensure it has an admin server. And basically, all the admin server is gonna have is tools that do administration tasks. Just tools to, you know, basically run the WebLogic domain. You set that up, and you don't even have to go back and make any changes to it. It's just there. It always have to have this. So then you create other servers. So you create managed server. Your managed servers, guess what's gonna go on your managed servers? Let's go back to the document right quick. See this? Applications. So you have the middleware, which is going to be WebLogic, and then you have your applications. So we would put like SOA, OBIEE, reports and forms, or any other of the application that Oracle has created. So again, this could be SOA, and this could be OBIEE. So right here, if you look at this diagram, they're separate right here. They just have these three things separate, but you can also create a cluster, and if you wanted to, you could put SOA there, and you could put OBIEE, and this is one cluster. You can create another cluster. You can create as many clusters as you want with as many applications as you want. I can tell you that there is no limit to how many applications or how many cluster that you have of application. This right here is the node manager. As far as the node manager, I'm going to talk to you all later about the node manager. Okay, and I think that's all I have. Okay, have the installation, and in this video we will install WebLogic. In the next video we will install a simple domain with the admin server and 2 managed servers. So the first thing we're going to do is, if I go back to this documentation, we're just going to install the WebLogic domain. And then in the second video, we're going to go back and we're going to install the admin server, and then we'll install a managed server, and we will put an application on it later. So let's go ahead and let's go to Google. I'm going to show you all how to download it. As a matter of fact, we need to do it on our VM. So I already have it downloaded, but I'm still gonna walk you through how to download it. So give me a second. All right. Okay, I'm gonna have to pause the video for just a second because I don't think my browser is gonna work, but let me verify before I do this. I don't think my internet is going to work though. Nope, it's not. So I'm gonna pause this right quick and okay, I'm back, you guys. So what we're gonna do here, you're just gonna type in download. Oh, sorry, not sure why that happened. Okay, download. I already have it. Download Weblogic, and we want version 10.3.6. So we're gonna click on this first link. Okay, first thing you want to do is click on Accept License Agreement, and you're gonna have to scroll down. Alright. So here, okay, you have Oracle WebLogic Server 12.1.1. That's 12C. I'm gonna do that one, but I'm gonna do it much later. Okay, so this is the one that we want, Oracle WebLogic Server 10.3.6. So we're gonna click on See All Files. Once we do that, we're on Linux, and we want the one that has everything. So we want this one right here, and you want to click on this and see what happens when I click on it. Okay, you gotta sign in. What's my password? Hope I can remember my password. Okay, so save the file. Okay, and what I did was I did browse for other folders. And well, we set up a file structure, and the installation of when we installed the Linux, when we installed the database on top of Linux, we set up a file structure. If you have that, go to it, but if you don't want to go to it, you can put it wherever you want to. So I'm going to go to what we set up. We went to admin. This is what I did, you guys. Remember we set up the DBA? So you should have backup, clones, install, logs, patches, scripts. And I created another software folder. So this is software right here. And then I created Weblogic. I put a Weblogic directory there, and I saved this file here. So you just save. I'm not gonna save because it's already there. So if you want to, you can pause it and wait for this to finish. But I'm gonna go ahead and continue, you guys. Okay, so when you have it downloaded, what you're gonna do is open your terminal, right? I have to log in, so I'm gonna log in right quick. Just log into your database. Okay, so once you're in, you're gonna go to CD ADM DBA. That was in software, and then Weblogic ls-ltr. There's my file. Now, the first thing that you're gonna do here, if you all can see my permissions, they may be slightly different from yours. So what I want you all to do, being that this is a test environment, only because this is a test environment, you're gonna do change mod 777, and then you're going to well, you know what, OBIEE, and then hit tab. So okay, the reason why it's giving me an error right here, it says operation not permitted, is because remember I talked to you all about ownership, who owns the file. if you look here, it says root on this file. So being that root on this file, root is going to be the only one who can change this file. And that also lets me know too, root is going to be the only one who can install this file. I need to be root doing this. So I will ask you to root. Okay. So then I will go back to that directory. Up. So anyways, like I said, you want to do change mod 777 OE tab. Okay. And then you should have your permission should look just like that, right? So once you have your permissions set, all you're going to do is you're going to hit /OEP tab. And now it's installed. Now it's going to go ahead and start extracting, and we're going to begin the installation process. So I'm going to pause this video. So okay, it just got finished extracting. As you can see, it says 100%. And as you all can see, this GUI came up. I do want to say this, you guys. What I forgot to mention is that you want to make sure, if you are on a Windows PC, make sure you go ahead and open X Launcher. You all remember we talked about X Launcher? Open that and set it up. If you got an error message, it's because X Launcher wasn't open. So we're going to go ahead and move on, okay? If you all have any questions, let me know, and I'll definitely respond. But if you got an error, it was only because X Launcher was not open, okay? So we're going to hit next. And we want to create a new middleware home. So we're going to do browse. And also you have to create this folder here. So if you don't have it created, which none of you all don't, what you're going to do is open up another PuTTY session, or open up another terminal if you're in another operating system. Let's see. Up. So set my profile, and then I'm going to cd to Oracle Home. Then I'm going to cd back one directory. Okay, so actually I don't have my middleware home set up either. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to do, let me do a ls-ltr first. Okay, making sure everything was on by my test, which it is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do make directory, then I'm going to do middleware, and then I'm going to do make directory. Well, nope, I'm sorry, I'm going to cd into my middleware directory, and then I'm going to do make directory WLSERVER. So I'm going to do that. So then I'm going to do pwd. So that shows what folder that I am in. So I'm going to do cd wl server and now do pwd. Okay, so my folder is going to be my test app, Oracle, middleware, WL for Weblogic server. So I'm going to minimize this, and I'm going to open the GUI. Here it is. Go to the root, And then I'm going to find my test app, Oracle, Middleware, Weblogic server. So everything is going to be installed here. Then I'll hit next. Make sure that this is right. We are creating a new middleware home. And hit next. And we're going to uncheck that. Yes. Next. Okay, we want to do custom. I'm going to leave everything checked. I'm not going to touch anything. Just leave everything the way it is. And make sure this is checked. Without this development kit, it's not going to work. So I'm going to hit next. Okay, and all this is fine. Just leave this the exact way it is, okay? So then hit next. So now it's installing. And it's just basically just putting all the files where they need to go. And I don't think this takes long at all. So, but it's taking a little while. I'm going to go ahead and just pause this, okay? Until it's... So, once you get this, it's done basically. You've installed Weblogic. So we'll go ahead and hit done. We have run quick start checked as well. Basically that allows you to install the domain. So we're really not gonna go ahead and we're really not gonna do anything right now. We will just stop here. So that's basically it. What I'm gonna say is, like I said, the next video we'll go ahead and we're gonna just go do getting started with Weblogic server 10.3.6, and we will go from there. Okay. If you all have any questions, any comments, anything, just let me know. Ask questions. Weblogic is pretty new to me too, so I'm learning. I like it. It's neat. It can do a lot of stuff. We will get into the application and everything the next time, the next video I do, and we will go from there. Again, this is Oracle DBA Girl. If you all have any questions, just make sure you ask, subscribe, comment, and all the messages, I'm responding to them. So I definitely appreciate you all for just some of the things that you've been saying. Any way I can help, just let me know. You all be blessed, happy studying, and